to episode 4. Is it 4? Not 3. No, it's 4, right?
Yeah, episode 4.
Yeah, episode 4 of The Potter. Now, the plan was to get Julian on here, but plans fell through a little bit. I think it's because I don't really know what happened. We planned to record maybe on like a Friday night, I think it was, but just the way my
He had
school
class
is right.
until late, and then
Yeah, it's just the
he's
way
got
school
class
is.
right now as well.
The way it all happens, the school, it's easy like when we're in person.
It was a
obviously.
scheduling error.
It was a scheduling error. We're gonna get him in soon enough, though.
Just draw it up to scheduling.
We're not gonna tell you exactly when we're gonna get him in.
He's not escaping our grasp, but
No, but we'll get him in at some point. And then I've been, well, I
it's a
gotta
show you
ask
don't want to
Carter.
miss, that's for sure.
A show you don't want to miss. We'll have many other Julian episodes.
It really is a historical part of our podcast experience.
Yeah, really. It's really
Like
quite,
when we make it real big and we're on
the
I don't know,
Julian
BBC,
Yeah.
and we're top
we
of
go
their podcast
we go
list.
British. We go full British.
Yeah,
and
throw on some
BBC.
accents, some real corny
Yeah.
ones, and then
Julian shows always be a staple.
yeah, and they'll have either we'll still be doing it, or we'll have like a historical page about us. I'm like, well, it all started with the Julian show,
It all started with the Julian
where we
show.
forced our friend to eat random foods in an audio-only experience,
It was kind of like ASMR, to be honest.
but like an even
Except-
grosser version of it.
Yeah, it was
Because rather than
gross.
just whispering like nice thoughts to you, they're just munching like a fruit in your ear.
And he's away from the mic. He's like 3 feet away from the microphone too. So you
But it's still picking it up,
oh, it's picking it up.
picking everything up.
Yeah, so we'll get Julian. We'll figure that out, and then we gotta get Carter on here too. We gotta start pulling some guests in. It's just such a scheduling thing of when you can do it. Plus, what are we even gonna talk about?
Everyone's home, but everyone's always busy.
Yeah, it's a weird
Problem
thing.
with the
somehow,
quarantine.
like, if we were all just together and able to go see each other, I feel like it'd be easier.
Yeah.
Even though we're all at home on a
I think it's
laptop.
easy that way because we can like physically get together and like drag people in. Whereas
Yeah,
this
we can
way,
just like drag them into a room.
if you're
and-
doing homework, you're gonna be like, nah, I gotta do this homework, and it's gonna take you the next 2 hours. Whereas if
Yeah.
you're doing it in person, you just like get
You
it
just-
done in an hour, and then
you just figure it out.
you just gotta
Yeah,
figure it out.
yeah, I don't know. So we want to get Carter on here. A few other people plan to get on. I think
You got your hit list.
got the hit list. People we need to get in here. I want to get Baram in for an episode.
That's definitely a good episode right there.
Yeah, we gotta get him in. We gotta get. I saw Lil G the other day because picking up my sisters. I saw him, and he said radio's going well. How it's working, I think this is what he said. Like each of the rooms, like there's only one person operating the board. There's only one person in the other room, and then I think he's fed a wire from the radio room into like the Comtech room, and then he's doing other stuff from there. I think that's how he explained it to me. But it sounds like it's quite the mission. And the radio room's not a hangout spot anymore, which is
Wait a minute. So there's only allowed to be one teacher in the room
There's-
at one time,
No, I don't know.
or the whiteboard,
There's only okay. So you know where the board is? The boardroom.
the boardroom.
Oh, board as in like volume and mics and
Oh,
that's
right,
that,
right, right.
yeah.
Okay.
So there's that room. So only one person's allowed in each of these rooms, and then there's the room with the bigger table and like 18.
And just for
mics.
context, these rooms are like pretty small.
Yeah, they're like
The boardroom
shoebox.
is what? Probably
like
mm,
5 by
probably
8.
like 5 by 11.
Yeah, 5 by 11. Yeah, I would say that. And then the other room is like the exact same. So only one person's allowed in each, and then it's the Comtech room across the hall, which is a full
You
classroom.
better leave the windows open in those.
I
There's
guess.
zero airflow in there.
I know, but imagine all
You
the
could have someone in there, and then you go in there a week later, and there'll still be the same oxygen in there.
but yeah, you could. You really could. But imagine the wind sound on the mics. Oh god.
Just put a tarp up; he'll be good.
Yeah, I
You
guess.
should be crinkling of the tarp in the back.
Crinkling
instead.
of a time. God.
Imagine that on a nice November show. The
Yeah,
air is like crisp,
the
freezing cold
wind
out, just
snowing.
blowing on your back while you're doing your show.
Yeah. When you're in like a dress shirt.
Yeah,
Oh, that's chilly.
it's kind of
Um,
good though, because everyone's kind of hot. So when you
yeah, you do need the window open
I
in
can
that
just picture it
place.
now. We got the Christmas lights up in there.
Oh,
You're
remember
there
when we
at
would do
5 p.m.
that?
You got the ice cold wind at your back.
Remember, we really made the radio room into like our home.
We
Like that
really
was our
did. We put the
spot.
lights up. I wonder how long it's been since the lights have been up in that room.
I don't know. Well, we did it. So up until maybe 2 years ago. Remember when we did it though? I don't even know who brought. I think it was Mr. J who brought the lights.
He had a bag of lights.
He brought like it was like two garbage bags
Yeah, he had a lot of
full.
lights.
I don't even. I guess he wasn't putting them up at his house that year, or
No, he
what?
said he was done with them. He's like, I can't do the lights anymore. I'll
Yeah,
put them up. One of the lights burns out, and then the whole series goes down. I
yeah,
can't do this.
because he has series lights, not even the
Yeah,
parallel, whatever.
no. So he just
um,
brought them in, and he had
he
some
brought
that
them
worked,
in.
some that didn't.
We hung them all up regardless.
Some would go and then stop halfway, and you'd be like,
Yeah,
okay.
that was we
Those are the
made.
lights he's talking about.
Remember how many lights we would hang in that room? Like it
Yeah.
was. I remember ones that would be like dangling down, and you'd like you'd have to duck under certain lights.
I remember the first year we did it in year 3, right? Grade 11, I think.
Yeah, is that when
Yeah,
we first did it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It
that's the
would have
first
been
time we did it, and I did it with the radio manager, and
Lil G.
yeah, Nick, colloquially known as Lil G,
Lil G. Yeah,
and uh, yeah, I remember I did it with him the first year, and the room is like 7 feet tall, so we had our arms above our head,
yeah.
taping the lights to the ceiling, the edge of the corner of the walls and stuff
You
for
can't
like
feel
an
your
hour.
hands.
Yeah, and we couldn't feel our arms.
Yeah,
But it was great because we did the entire room, so we had to do it over the door as well. And after the door would
right,
open and close a couple times, the tape would come loose, and, like
right.
hang on the top of the door.
Well, the problem too was it's a cinder block room, and
Yeah,
tape doesn't stick to cinder
no,
block. Whatever it is, like tape just does not stick. So you got to get real creative.
I think because of how porous it is, there's no like actual
Yeah, I
air for
guess.
it to dig in.
Yeah, but even though it's painted, it's weird.
Yeah,
It's
I don't know.
weird. It's weird. I don't know, but yeah, you got to
I
get
had to
real
use like a
creative.
real waxy tape or paint. Like the paint didn't let anything stick to it at all.
No, it didn't want a thing on it.
I remember
Uh,
the soundproofing had to be glued on,
right,
like
and even
an insane amount of glue.
and even that would still just fall off.
Yeah, that stuff would fell off all the time.
That
You bump
reminds
into it, oh, and it's falling.
It
It fell
reminds
off.
me of thinking about the lights. Reminds me of the good old the winter.
Didn't we have a Christmas tree in there as well? How did we fit that in there?
Yeah, we had a Christmas tree, and that stayed up until like the end of the year until we
Yeah.
graduated. Yeah, we had a Christmas tree in there. That room was like decked out, and that
At
was
first,
like
we were gonna take it out, and then it just became like sort of a joke to just leave it there for the
yeah,
rest of the
and,
year.
and Lil G wasn't gonna like where's he gonna put it?
Yeah,
So it was either Mr. J took it, I guess, back home with him, or it stayed there, and then it just ended up staying there, which
yeah. I remember it being
is
like
great.
middle of March, and it was still there.
I know. It was, yeah, the
It was
radio.
there until June, wasn't it?
It
Might
was
still
there
be
till
in
the
there.
end. It was there till the end. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, that radio room, because that's like the only place we would really hang out
Yeah.
is in that radio
And if
room.
we had some spare time, we could go sit in there,
Go
do
sit
some
in the
work.
radio room, because it had the good couch there. It had,
It
I
was
don't
air
know,
conditioned enough.
it was air conditioned enough. Not everyone could get in.
Yeah. So it was
Um,
mainly silent in there. And you had the soundproof door and
yeah,
walls.
you were just chilling. And it would usually be like we had Comtech or something, or even our radio spare next, so then we were just right there. I don't know. It was good.
It just works.
It reminds me of those the evening shows in the winter. Oh boy.
Right.
Grade 11. I remember mainly cuz that's when I was driving the Torrent. And I remember the Torrent would not get warm until I was literally 3/4 of the way home. It would be freezing in there
Yeah, because
until
you
I
don't
was
live
like,
that far from home. So it's like you start
no.
it. You
Yeah.
start driving, and it's warm when you
Mhm.
pull in the driveway.
Yeah, basically. And um there's no like pre-starter on the Torrent. It didn't have any. Well, it didn't even have traction control
It didn't have a lot of
or
things,
ABS.
but
It didn't have a lot, but a pre-starter was obviously not one of those things.
not
So
a.
yeah,
It
so
wasn't
you
a priority on that car.
no, so you just had to start. And I remember it'd be like -20, close to
I remember
-30
you
all
when we
day.
went on our
God.
break in between the news and our second segment. You like go out and start the car and just let it
Yeah.
run while we
You'd have
finished up
to
the
sometimes.
show.
How would I do? Did I do that? I would have had to
In
bring
the
like.
torrent a couple times, but it was mainly once you got the cruise. You'd just run to the window
Oh
and
yeah,
turn it
yeah,
on.
yeah. It was the cruise for sure because that's easy. You just and plus when the cruise was new, the battery and it probably still is. I just don't have to test it that much. But the range on the remote is crazy long. So you could literally, I would have to like pause everything so I could hear the horn when I start it,
Right, I
and then
remember that.
yeah, you'd be like listening, and then it would do it, and
Yeah, and I was all the way at
that's
the back of
nice.
the school. You just go meh and then start.
Yeah, and then start it up. That was good. And the cruise is smaller too, so it was like, and the cruise is like sealed. Cars nowadays are like sealed.
Yeah,
The
no
torrent
noise
was
coming in. No holes
no,
in the floorboards.
no. The torrent was not. There was no holes, but the torrent was not
Just if you
sealed
kick hard
prepared.
enough.
Yeah, yeah. If you kicked hard enough. um. Oh, I just remember that walking out. It'd be pitch black. It'd be like it was the middle of
It
the
would literally
night.
be you wake up for school at 8:30, so you'd wake up at like 7 or whatever, and it'd be pitch black.
Yeah. You get
Like
to
it's so
school.
dark.
Uh huh.
You get your breakfast, you get in the car, you drive there in the dark. It was like dusk when you were driving there. It looked like it was
Yeah.
the end of the day on like a
Yeah.
normal day. And it was like dark gray. You drive there, you pull in. By the time you get inside, the sun's just starting to come up,
Right.
and you're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
starting your first class, and then you got your rest of your class while the sun's up, and then we'd be there for the radio show until what 5:30, I think.
Yeah. Something like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
until
Something like that.
5:30.
5:30.
And then so you'd be walking out in pitch black
Pitch
out to your
black.
car.
I swear it would be like later than that though, but it was just
It
5:30.
felt like it was 9.
Yeah, it would feel like it was 9, especially
And
after a long day. Like it,
the best part
but it's
though
only
is I
5:30.
remember every time we'd walk to the car after the 5:30 show, it would end at 5:30. We'd walk to the cars. There was that one light in the parking lot.
Right, I was gonna say that.
Every time we'd pass it, it would turn off right as we got to our cars.
It would.
It was like
Would it
perfect
turn on?
timing.
No, it
It
would
just
turn
knew.
on. It would turn on. I swear it would turn on, not off.
No, it would be on and then it would turn off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
Huh.
remember for some reason it would
It's
turn
just going
off.
off. That's funny. It's
I
got
think
sketch.
maybe they have it timed for like, okay, all the students should be home by this time. You can turn it off.
Yeah, turn it off.
But yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was a light. I think it was off. I don't. I think it was already on by the time we got out there. And then
Yeah,
it turned
probably,
off
and
when
then
we
it
were
just
leaving.
shut off. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, I
But
remember we'd be walking to the car and it would just go doo and turn off. Like, all right.
yeah, I remember a few times having to like, oh, when you also got to brush snow off the cars too,
Yeah.
and you're like, you never bring gloves. Well, it's rare. You bring and you barely bring a jacket. I would try and bring a jacket every day, but like,
Yeah,
there's
because normally when you're at school, you're out of the car for 10 seconds while going
Yeah,
into the
so it's
building,
like-
and then 10 seconds while getting back out of the building.
So it's like, what am I even gonna do with a jacket all day? I'm just gonna. I would.
You're just gonna carry it around and lose it.
exactly.
But then, yeah, when we did the radio shows, because we'd be at school for many, many hours, we have a chance to snow while we're doing the radio show.
Yeah,
And then we'd come out and be like, oh, God, there's a foot of snow in the car.
there's a foot of snow, and then you're like shaking,
Yeah.
shaking,
You just like
trying to
dust it
brush
off,
it
and
all
your
off.
hands are freezing and wet.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I remember that. I remember a few
Those were
times.
some truly great times. Nothing makes you bond like getting up in the dark and going home in the dark
No.
with your friend after
Nothing.
doing your radio show.
Nothing's like it. Nothing's quite like it. I remember.
It's a great experience.
Now I'm just having all these memories of like winter time. I remember grade 11 because I got my license pretty early, but this was still in the winter. When you'd have like, that's when a lot of people were driving. Of what I remember, well, our year too,
Right, because you had the
everyone was
grade
driving.
12s.
But the grade 12s from the year ahead of us, I just remember everyone would be leaving at the same time, and everyone would just be brushing off their cars all together at the same time. It'd be like the full parking lot, and everyone's just doing the same thing.
It's like a choreographed dance.
Yeah, basically. And everyone's like, oh my god, my fingers! Because when your fingers get wet and it's
Yeah, and they're
cold,
out in the
oh
frostbitten cold.
boy, oh boy, that's quite the. And then trying to leave, everyone's trying to leave at the same time too, and you're trying to
Yeah,
fit out the
everyone's
park.
sliding around.
Yeah. Oh boy,
People still have their summer tires on.
people do still have their summer tires on. Do you remember the day? Remember the day I got my license?
Yes,
That was quite the. That felt like we both got our license that day.
it really did. I think I left in the middle of class. I
Because well,
was like, yo, I gotta go to the bathroom. Then I came out and I was like, yo.
yeah. Because I was like, I messaged you because I went for my G2 that morning, and I think it was like English class. I was like, Carson,
Yeah,
you
that's
gotta
right,
come
it was
out here. You
English.
gotta come to the parking lot. And it was raining, and then yeah, you came out, and we were like, oh my god, oh my god. But yeah, that was a crazy, crazy time, and I got it. I was lucky to get it so early. I got it
You get that
October.
early birthday.
Yeah, I if I'm correct, I got it October 8th, um, of grade 11. It was crazy early, so I had a full 2 years of driving. Because I went like got my G1 February 7th, right on my birthday, and then I had to wait a full 8 months with the young drivers, and then literally 8 months in one day, boom, G2. So
Had
yeah,
it on the calendar, down to the
on the
minute.
count, down to the minute, but yeah, that was good.
You're
All
at
those
the
memories.
drive center, like, hold on, I gotta wait 30 more seconds before it's gonna be here.
Yeah. Remember? Oh, I remember too. Okay, I think I got my license like on the Wednesday. And do you remember that there was like a fall dance on the Friday? Do you remember that?
Right,
Because then I remember driving there to the fall dance, and that was like,
right. That was one of the first times you drove me,
yeah,
I think.
yeah, I think so. Because I would have driven to school and home those couple of days, and then yeah, then we went to the dance on the Friday. Man, what a time.
Really
Um,
was what a time. You
Chris,
get
we
to
got
experience that once.
no. You really do, because now driving is just like the most normal thing. It's like okay, drive here, but right when you get the license, it's like the craziest thing ever. But
That's the
uh,
truth.
what is going on? We got reading week. Thanksgiving is this weekend, this coming weekend, and then we have
Thanksgiving is
reading
this
week,
weekend?
and then we have reading week. Did you know that?
Reading week?
Yeah. Did
I
you
didn't know we
know?
had Thanksgiving. I don't even know what week it is.
It's a week. What kind of week? A week, school week? It's week 4.
It's week 5 in school.
Oh, is it week 5 now? Oh, right, because it's
Yeah,
Tuesday.
that's all I know. I don't know what it's. It's the
Right.
6th, right? Oh, it's the 6th of October.
I have. I get so confused sometimes with things because, well, the way the week goes is like the Monday is still a part of the previous week. So like Tuesday is the start of every new week. But then with some classes, I have like certain modules that started a week later than school started. So I'm still on
Right,
module
that's the
4.
worst when they have
And I'm
some
like,
stuff start the week, like
yeah,
on the
like,
Friday or whatever, and then it counts as the next
right,
week. Or
like,
no, if it started on Monday, because we didn't have
yeah,
school
right,
Monday, we started on Tuesday.
right. So
So then your Monday class is technically a week later.
exactly. So like Monday is so Tuesday's the official real start of each new week, and then you have a module 4 that's actually in week 5, and then you have I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
but
it just messes with the whole
then you'll
schedule.
also have a module for another class that is week 5 for a week. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's a lot of numbers. This whole number game is what
It's all this
I've.
math. I don't want to do math.
It's all a number game. Um, but yeah, so it's Thanksgiving this weekend. Um, and then we got a reading week. So you got any plans for that, Haas? You got any little Thanksgiving?
Not really. I just have to do projects.
Yeah, I
Uh,
know. It's
I got my
insane.
midterm tomorrow and Thursday, and then I
Yeah.
have 2 projects that are going to be due when I come back for midterm or
Honestly,
reading
I
week.
think I prefer the. Well, it doesn't really work. Like, I'm trying to crank out as much as I can in terms of projects and stuff over this week.
So you have a
So
free.
then
That's what everyone's trying to do. Everyone I've
over,
talked to has been like, I just want reading week to be full, like relax,
yeah,
and even think
which
about school.
reading week is actually like study week because then all the midterm, mainly the midterms are
That's why it's called
after.
reading week. It's not free week. It's you're supposed to be
No,
doing. It's a free week to study for your test
yeah, but
and midterms and stuff the next week.
everyone
Everyone
wants
wants
a
that free
week.
week.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to crank it out, and I kind of wish they just made us go super hard in the paint, and then reading week was really just like a break. That would be kind
Yeah.
of nice, because I
If they
would.
just made the projects due this week or this next
Yeah,
week and then move reading week back a week or something,
yeah, like I would go for
that'd be
that.
best.
I would go for that. Um, but yeah, we're planning on doing a little. We're still getting a big turkey, and then we're just gonna do a couple deliveries to the grandparents. That's our
Nice.
plan. Um, Other than that, I'm trying to redo my whole room, which isn't. I say my whole room, but it's really not a lot. Um, Reading week, so I got some things to do. Because Carson, you know how many posters I got up in here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to peel them all down, and then I've been looking at. I want to build my bed. You know, the floating bed talked about
Yeah.
before. So I looked into more of how to build it, and it's quite the it's kind of a project. Like it's not just throw a couple 2x4s together. Like it's a little more to it. So I gotta look at that, and then I have to order a new mattress. Um, but yeah, that's the plan. So I gotta think about how I'm gonna transport wood from Home Depot to my home, because you know we have the Acadia, which is a decent size, but it's no pickup truck.
Right.
So now I gotta think about how to, because to think about the wood that you would need to make a bed, like it's kind of long, because you need like 7 foot boards
Maybe it's time to
roughly.
rent out a little van.
I know, rent out a van, just huck it up. It's not enough though to do that.
No.
It's not enough to do that,
You
but
gotta do the
like,
cost benefit analysis.
yeah, but you need like, hey, if you had a pickup truck, easy, just huck it all in
Yeah.
there and you're home. But you gotta get a little more creative when when you
Yeah.
don't. But that's the plan.
Back to the midterm thing just a little bit. What really sucks for me is though that my midterms are this week.
Right.
I don't even get the reading week to prepare for them.
Oh, you don't have anything. Do you not have anything after?
I have projects, but reading week is supposed to be like you do your projects beforehand, and reading week is supposed to relieve you from doing projects and midterms at the same time.
Hmm.
So you're supposed to do your projects,
I
reading
kind
week,
of no.
study, and then get your midterms.
I like the way you got it.
Yeah, because I'm doing my midterms today, no, tomorrow the next day, and then reading week, and then I got 2 major projects due.
I kind of like the. See how I see it is. I would prefer how you got it. Like get the midterms out of the way before, do the projects after, because with projects, I think is you just kind of get them done. But when you're studying for a midterm, it's like there's always more you can study. You can always just study more. At least with a
Right,
project, it's like there's an end to it. You can finish
right.
it. When you're studying, you can study
The
8 hours.
entire week and
You can,
still feel like you learned
yeah,
nothing.
exactly. So I like how you got it. Just because you don't need to study 17 hours a
No.
day on stuff. You just need to, and then you use your time better, anyways, when you don't
Yeah,
have
it's
a
not a
lot.
bad way to have it. It's just not the way I think they planned for it to be. You know, like they were
Yeah,
supposed to give you time to study for your midterm, not do projects, I guess. But I
yeah.
think I prefer it,
I would.
maybe.
I would think I would go the way you have it. I kind of mine's all kind of spread out. Like I already had a midterm, but then I'm gonna have a midterm right when I get back after reading week. So and then I have projects due. I don't know. It's all like I just had a project due today. Had it due today. Handed in yesterday, but I don't know. It's kind of wonky. Is what it is. COVID times.
It is what it is during these COVID times.
Is what it is during these COVID times. It's all right. Um, yeah. So you got no plans next week? You're just projects and chilling, or not even
Yeah,
chilling?
I don't. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of things to do.
That's all
Might
right.
try my hand at some programming.
Oh, that'd be
Just
good.
a little hobby of mine.
A little
Keep the
hobby.
skills, keep the brain moving. Can't get too
No,
lax.
no, yeah, no, do that for sure. That's good. Um, what are you planning on programming? Like game, website, app? You should build an app.
That's a
Throw it up.
lot of work.
Yeah, no, it is a lot of work. No, what are you planning on looking at next week?
I don't know, probably just some web design stuff. As you know,
Yeah, that
I've
would be
been
good.
improving my web design over the last couple of years.
Yeah, through the well, first Ultra and then the Jack Phoenix. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, apps are hard. I remember Julian and I in grade 10, no,
Yeah,
11?
apps are
Was it 11 or
a
12?
lot.
I forget, but we did a hackathon where we had to build an app
Hmm.
for the town. I think they were like looking for an app to like mark the trails and parks around the town. I think,
Hmm.
yeah, that was what it was. But we didn't get any details until we got there, so we had no idea what the location was gonna be. So
Oh,
while
right, I remember
one of us
that.
was yeah, while one of us was programming it, the other person had to be gathering a list of all the trails and parks in the town and writing down the coordinates of them so we could like plot from point to point to point.
Right.
And we were doing it on Androids. We were in Android Studios, and it was like really confusing. We never really used it that much before.
Hmm.
We didn't even know how to read from a file. So once we had all the points, we then had to figure out how to read the points from a file. It was a whole
You
problem,
guys were
but
just doing a lot. You were doing a lot and
yeah,
not
I
a lot
remember
of
over the
time.
course, I was pretty proud of us though. For 24 hours and not really
Yeah.
knowing
No, I
what
thought
we
you
were
did.
doing,
Yeah.
we actually got an app that would show different color coded trails around the town
I
and parks.
yeah, I remember that. I didn't know what you were talking about when you first started saying the story, but now I remember it all. Because you were in the public library,
Yeah, coding
and
it on our school laptops, which
on
could
your school,
barely run Android Studio at all, and then it
and
was
there was
also running it onto my phone, so I could just
right,
test it on my phone as it ran.
right, and
It was
like
a whole scene.
you had I don't know how many teams there were, but teams spread out all
All of
across
the
the
library, yeah.
library, and then I remember
We had like
because
6 juice boxes we all
I
drank. Me and
visited
Julian
you.
drank.
Remember when I visited you and brought you food?
Right.
You remember that? Because that's the only way I remember anything. Because I went there and I don't even know. I think I stopped at like Shoppers probably, and
Yeah, I think I remember you
I
stopping at
think Julian
Shoppers.
wanted like a red. Julian wanted Red Bull, so I got him that, and then I got you like
Right.
chips and like some candies, and that was
That Red Bull did not last us, I don't think.
no.
I'm pretty sure we drank those. We got like maybe an extra hour, and then we just crashed hard.
That's it. Did you sleep there?
Yeah, we slept a little bit. We were originally gonna go all night, but eventually we weren't getting anywhere with
Yeah, you
reading
can't.
the file, I think, and we were just
Yeah.
tired. So like, let's just see if we can sleep. I didn't really sleep because we were sleeping on like library furniture.
Yeah, it's like
It was
the
like
worst.
a little bench and like so I
Yeah,
just
no,
put
it's
like
not
my
good.
sweater down, then laid on my sweater as
Right.
a pillow and stuff. It wasn't great, but I
No.
maybe got 2 hours of sleep. Julian slept like a baby though.
Julian,
He woke he
Julian
woke
can
up and he
sleep.
slept for like 4 or 5 hours.
I think Julian's the one person I know who can sleep and eat no matter what the environment.
That's true.
Like
That is an actual fact about
there's
him.
situations where I cannot like sleep or
He falls
eat
asleep in cars and buses and
anywhere,
in libraries.
anywhere.
When the man's tired, he just goes out. He doesn't care where it is.
But he'll also eat at any time either or any point. Like
That's true.
there's no situation where like, because I know there's situations where I'm like I'm kind of hungry, but like never mind that. There's I don't know,
I'll eat
but
later.
yeah, but Julian, nah,
For
he
Julian, it's anywhere, anytime.
anytime, anywhere he eats,
He's a survivalist.
and I respect that. I respect that. Um, but yeah, your coding night, what a mission! What a
That
mission!
really
That
was
was
one hell of a time.
unless you said that now, that was basically erased from my memory. I forgot completely about that. That wonderful time you guys had.
It
doing
was
some
a
coding.
real interesting time. I enjoyed it though. It was pretty fun.
No, it is a good thing to do, but it's just funny.
I think it was on like a Sunday. No, it was a Saturday, and then it went into the Sunday. I think.
Right, right. On like a school weekend. It was a school weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we were like destroyed the next Monday at school.
Yeah. Oh boy. Um, okay, so you're gonna do some web stuff next week. That's pretty good. Maybe amp up the Jack Phoenix a bit. I think we changed the. I think Carter changed the URL or whatever. Domain name. That's the word. He got
Right,
it.
I
He
think he
switched
did.
it to the
Yeah,
Jack
because I tried going to it recently, and
PHNX.
it was like this site isn't up, and I was like, oh,
No, which I can't. Now it's jackphnx.com.
I thought it was .co.
No, we changed it to .com. We
Change
can,
that as well. Ooh,
yeah, we can get when it was just Jack Phoenix fully spelled out. We couldn't get .com, and that's why we went with the .co. But now we can get the .com, which is more classic. It's kind of what you want, anyways. Um. So yeah, so we got that. So yeah, you wanna maybe we can get the Potter on there. I don't know how you
ooh, a little page for the Potter.
how do you run that through? Would you have to?
That's easy if it's on YouTube or
Oh
something
yeah,
like
you
that.
just put the link onto. Yeah, that makes sense. Um, okay, so do some web design. Get the Potter onto the site. That'd be that'd be good. Um, what else have I done? Oh, yesterday. You know how I always struggle with I'll have like 300 megabytes empty on my laptop and that's it.
Right.
I figured I finally because it's just a thing you gotta do where you clean it out and throw it all into a hard drive and delete a bunch of stuff. But I did that last night, so I got 30 gigs free.
Nice. I have to do that on my computer. I've got, especially from like last university, I have stuff
Yeah,
everywhere.
it just adds up, and then it's like
I've got video clips everywhere,
right.
and each video clip is like multiple hundreds of megabytes.
Yeah, well, I had one video thing just sitting on my desktop in multiple folders deep. That was like 15 gigs.
God, what the hell
I
is
was like,
this?
what am I doing with this?
An hour of 8K footage?
Yeah, it was like all this raw it was like all this raw footage and like just I exported it just raw footage for like an hour. I was like, what am I doing with this? Why did I hide this so deep?
Well, surprisingly, like each of our tracks, like my track and your track for this podcast, like each of them are like a gigabyte. I didn't think it'd be that big
Are they?
for like
Are they
a
that big?
40 for like a
Yeah, I
45
guess.
minute long episode.
I guess.
Because
So.
sound is usually like
Yeah.
if you record something for 10 minutes, it's like
Oh, it's nothing.
100 megabytes. But
Yeah. But
yeah,
yeah,
once
I
we
guess
do these bit long ones, like 50 minutes, it's like a gig.
it adds up. I guess so. Interesting.
And it adds up. It does. You do 4 episodes, boom, you're using 4 gigs
But yeah, I
for
cleaned
each of
it.
us.
I cleaned it out a bunch. I'm gonna try and free some more space. What I noticed though is it's like I'll download a like an update, or like there was an update a while ago that was like 20 gigs. So that's an extra like 20 gigs you lose, close to 30. Stuff like that. So
Damn, the update was 20 gigs?
something like that. Yeah,
Damn.
it was a lot. But
They
yeah,
better
if
be
I
pushing good features if they're doing that
I
shit.
know. I know. But if I keep with the 30 gigs roughly free, that's honestly good enough. I'm not doing much video anymore, so I just need room,
All photo.
basically. Basically. Oh, after we talked about Among Us last time,
Yeah.
like everywhere, all I see is Among Us. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's popping.
It's popping, but I was like,
It has been for
what's
like the
listening?
last month, sort of.
I've seen it.
I was
No,
surprised you didn't hear of it when we first talked about it, but yeah,
I've seen
I believe that
it.
you've seen it everywhere
A
now.
little bit, but now it's everywhere. So I'm thinking I'll probably buy it. I might as well, right?
You can,
Is it? Do you
can
play?
only buy it on Steam on PC. It's not available on Mac, but you can
Is
get
it
it
not
on your
available
phone.
on Mac? Oh, I can get one.
No.
That's kind of weird. What, you can get
Yeah,
it?
they have it on Windows and then iOS and Android, but they don't have it on Mac OS.
Can I play with you though if I get it on my?
Yep.
I get it on my iPad.
You can even get it free on your mobile, but it'll be ads unless the person hosting has
but
bought the game on PC, or if
oh,
you bought it.
so if I play with you every time, we're chilling.
Yeah, I believe that's how it works.
Okay. Because I honestly, it's like what, $5? I would just pay for it if it.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but
I'll
you don't
try.
even need it.
Yeah, if I can get it, I can get it on my iPad though.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
Nice.
available on iPad, but it's definitely available on iPhone.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
Because
switch it.
there's a slight difference in what apps are available for what
Okay,
for
I'm
iPad
actually
and iPhone.
my iPad's right here. Let me search it up.
Get it going.
Because that would be because the iPad is huge. The iPad's 13 inches.
The other thing though is you need like at least 6 players to play. You need mandatory 4, but it's not really fun unless you have 6.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
can get it.
we'll have to gather a little crew.
It's number one in simulation games.
It's not much of
Four,
a simulation, but sure.
4.2, 4.2 out of 5 stars. I would have assumed it would just be 5 stars based on how much I've
Some
seen
of
it.
those are probably people saying it crashes, and others are probably just memes.
Yeah, so, well, one of the second reviews was like, love this game, but it keeps crashing.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe people just have garbage iPads. I don't know.
you got some borked iPads.
Yeah, iPad from 2011, iPad Mini 2010 model. um, yeah, no, my iPad should run it fine. Cause, okay, so my iPad's a terabyte SSD or whatever it is.
Damn.
Yeah, it's an SSD terabyte. I looked how much I use because I'll download videos like all the time, photos, so many photos, everything. I've used like 50 gigs, and I've downloaded a lot. Like I got all the apps I need. I got like I've slowed down on
A
the
terabyte
amount of
goes a
stuff I have to
pretty long
download.
way.
Terabyte goes a long way. So
I've
I'm
got 2 terabytes in my computer, and
right.
I've already filled one, I think.
Have you feel you gotta clear that out? I don't even.
Nearly filled one, I think.
It's all the video. Video is insane amount
Yeah.
of gigs. Yeah, it just fills everything up. Um,
No, I don't think I've almost filled one. I think I've almost, if I combine, no, I think I have filled 1 terabyte.
all right, you gotta get a Well, my hard drive is the oh, what is the name of it? Lucia?
Oh wow, I've
Lechia?
filled well over a terabyte.
Have you
I've
really?
filled almost a terabyte and a half.
Oh my god.
I have to do some spring cleaning.
Yeah, you gotta figure that out. Like,
It's almost actually a problem now.
you gotta get the I think it's the Lakai, Lesia. I don't know. You know the hard drive I have where it has like the orange thing, the orange
Right.
like it's good. Those ones are good.
Yeah, but for a desktop, I can just buy a whole new hard drive and slap it in.
That's
It can be
true.
a permanent addition.
That's true. But if you want to get a little mobile with it,
What I really need to do is get another one and then section them off for separate things. So one can be for games or whatever, one can be for video and university
Yeah.
work.
yeah,
One can be for like my personal photos and stuff.
yeah, that's the way to do it. That's what I did with my external hard drive. It's sectioned off to a couple of things. So, but yeah, that's what you got to do. Keep yourself organized.
I need a little
Um,
organization in my life.
What else? I don't know if I have anything else to
Life's
talk
going
about.
good.
Yeah, it's busy, but it's like I don't know. It's a weird busy because I'm like
I'm
I'm
keeping myself real busy.
yeah, like same for me. Like I'm always busy, but I don't even. It's only because I'm comparing it to last year. Is why like it feels like a weird busy. It's because last year we were doing things around the clock. It felt like we were out here, we were doing this, going there, going there. I don't even know how I did it. So now it's like I'm at home all the time, but I feel just as busy, if not more.
Right.
So I don't know. I think it's a second year thing compared to first year.
Possibly.
They got to ease you in first year because if
They
they did,
ease you in and they just it's a full book.
if they did this to us first year, oh my.
Everyone would be dipping.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. So they ease you into it. Second year you're committed, and now you're just full throttle, put to the floor.
Yeah, at this point, like you're almost halfway through, and you're like, all right.
All right, yeah. Oh boy, but Yeah, it's pretty good. You're busy. What are you doing for the rest of the day? Project work?
Well, mainly studying for the midterm tomorrow,
True. True.
and then
Uh,
yeah, some projects.
Pull together a nice main points, pull them all together on a page, and then
I'm not even messing with you. I've had Premiere open on my PC for like the last 30 hours straight on my computer.
you gotta close that for a minute.
Well, trust me, I close it and reopen it every like 3 hours because it either crashes or there's a bug in it, and then I have to restart.
Does it?
the
Oh, is
program.
it? Do you have a legit copy, or do you have a?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say.
What kind of question is that? You trying to meet me?
No, I was gonna say, do you have a legit copy or a allegedly not legit copy?
A legit copy.
Because that's a
No,
thing.
I got a
with
legit copy for free from the school.
school, right? Okay.
And then
That's
they
weird. Why does it
updated
crash?
Premiere they updated Premiere I think 2 days ago,
Uh-huh.
and it fixed one of the problems I was having where it wouldn't import some video stuff and different file formats. It would only import audio and stuff.
Yeah.
But it introduced a new issue where you've used Premiere before, right?
No.
Or was it mainly
Barely.
Final Cut?
Barely. I only use Final Cut. I do not enjoy Premiere.
Okay, well, maybe there's something similar in Final Cut, but there's like a little origin, like anchor point of like
Right.
a text box or something.
True.
Like the center point
Yeah,
of it,
yeah.
it moves around and stuff. If you rotate,
Yeah.
it rotates around that.
Yeah.
Well, in the latest update, they sort of broke that where you can't. Usually, you can hold a control and drag it, and it will like snap into the center or the top left
Yeah,
corner.
yeah.
That doesn't work anymore.
Damn.
So now it won't snap. So I have to like just try to eyeball it in the middle and like
Right.
animate
Oh,
things and
that's-
move it around that point.
Yeah, no, that's not fun.
It's not ideal.
The snapping into place is always like the best thing because it
Yeah.
just makes
Then you
it.
can be exact. But yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't found anything online of people saying it's broken. So maybe it's just me, but I'm not sure.
Weird. You would think there'd be no issues with the amount you have
I
to
looked
pay
it
for
up
this.
and it shouldn't have changed. It should still just be control and drag with your left mouse, but
Maybe it's a you
don't know.
problem.
maybe it is me problem. I've tried left control, right control. I don't know. I've lost control.
I've lost all control. Lost all control. Ooh, could I get? I can't get Among Us for my Nintendo, can I?
I don't think it's out yet.
That'd
But
be
I
kind of
think
nice.
they're planning some updates in the future, so maybe they'll port it to Switch.
Yeah,
The
maybe.
game's like exploded, so maybe they'll
Maybe
start
they'll-
adding it to more platforms.
Yeah, honestly, hey, if I can just have it on the iPad, that's like the best for me. Cause I'm just
Yeah.
chilling with the iPad.
It's way better than an iPhone. I would not want to play
Oh
on a
yeah.
mobile phone screen.
If you could see the comparison to my phone to my iPad right now. Okay, let's see. iPhone 11, I can fit 6 of them. It's 6 times the size, which is
That's
pretty
impressive.
hefty. Which is pretty hefty. Um,
Yeah, you'll do good with that.
yeah, that'll be good. We are at the 43-minute mark. Damn, that was quick.
Yeah.
Went by pretty quick.
So
To be
we should
honest,
wrap it up here. I'm gonna have to study for this
Yeah.
midterm.
yeah, we'll wrap it up here. I got class at 3 with Carter.
Very
So,
nice.
That should be
Respectable
enjoyable. Respectable guy. We're gonna try and I want to say we're gonna try and get a guest on for next week if scheduling works. It really the time we record this Tuesdays at like 1:30 is like the best time for Carson and I both. But
Now I gotta figure something out for a
it's
guest.
it's hard to get anyone else in. But we'll try and figure that out. I want to get Julian on to just eat a lot of something in a short amount of time.
He doesn't have to eat a lot of things. He has to eat a large quantity of one thing.
Yeah. I want to. Okay, and then I think when Carter comes on, we'll talk about how we our friendship, I don't even know how it started, but
It just came out of nowhere.
it came out of nowhere, and it's like we've known him our whole lives.
Yeah.
It's.
By
so
the
we'll-
second week of school, it's like he was our friend for the last 6 years.
Yeah, exactly. And people thought that. New people
Yeah.
we would hang out with.
They're like, oh, you went to high school together?
Yeah. And it's like, no, we've known you as
We just
long
met
as
this
we've
dude
known
3 days
him.
ago.
Yeah, we've known you the same amount of time. Yeah, okay, so we'll get Carter on. We'll discuss that. But yeah. All right, this was episode 4, and we will talk to you next week.